Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video today. Today we will be getting a channeled message for the collective. This is a general read. I've already shuffled and prayed over all the cards, so we're just going to jump right into it, okay? Holy Spirit, Heavenly Father, ancestors, guides, angels, please guide and protect me through the channeling these messages. I ask that you please assist me channeling messages for the collective to their benefit, to mine. I thank you for this. Okay, so collective, we have the energies of the Christmas tree on the bottom, the chill in the air, the smell of the woods and snow, the gift giver, traditions and rituals. Okay, so we might have Clara Bow, the Claires, Claire's a bell, point to shoes. Okay, collective, you could be on point with something. You could, your intuition could be on point with something. Christmas tree, this could speak of the traditions and rituals, okay? Or of course we just, Christmas just passed, so we have this whole chill in the air season. Collective, you could be on point with something. You could be intuitive. Collective, your name could be Clara or Belle, Isabella or something like that. The Eeyore of the group. Okay, collective, I'm getting that these are energies external to you, but I have a feeling the energies external to you wanted to make you the Eeyore of the group, like the emotional punching bag for whatever group it is. This can be a group of friends. This can be family. Take it as it resonates. So these would be past energies that you have, healed from, or this could be speaking of these energies external, making someone else the Eeyore of the group now, or that someone external to you is, being made the Eeyore of the group. So perhaps someone you no longer speak to, or perhaps this is someone you are in contact with, and so you would sort of know who this is I'm speaking of. Okay? Take it as it resonates. Thank you so much. Messages for the collective. Can we get an energy signature for the collective? This one? Okay, thank you. Can we get an energy signature, please, for the collective? Something the collective will recognize. Ridiculousness and love potion number 9. Okay, ridiculousness. 80s, 90s kids did stupid in private. If drama was a personality, might end up on the 5 o'clock news, films their own criminality. And love potion number 9. The magic of love, forever mine, always together. Okay, collective, we do have, we're done with those, thank you. We do have a picture for the love potion number 9. So that's this one. Okay, you see it? So, collective, you could be from the 80s, you could be from the 90s, or you could have, grown up in the 80s or the 90s. So take it as it resonates. Collective, you could be, a dramatic individual. You could have been an individual where early on in your life you did stupid things, and you are thankful for the fact that, you didn't grow up in this day and age where everything is filmed and online and or whatever, okay? But I'm feeling, collective, more so that these are your energies, these love potion number 9, always together. Collective, you could have like a best friend situation where you guys were always together, or you guys are always together, BFFs forever, that sort of thing. Love potion number 9. Now, this card in particular, even though it talks about like potions, like a magic shop, like that sort of thing, love potion number 9 is the reality of love. Again, with the number 9, the collapsing 9. We're not in the year of the 9 anymore, but I guess we're still talking about the collapsing 9. Okay, so love potion number 9. This also speaks to the collapsing 9, okay, which is the eternal twin flame circular path that the twin flames are always on, circling each other, you know, sort of one chasing the other all the time. One is always chasing the other. There's always a chaser and there's always a runner in each relationship. Okay, so the collapsing 9 for love means during the time in which we would be reaping what we sow. If you have treated people badly in love relationships, then that same energy will be coming back up for you, or coming back around for you, however you look at it, okay? Collectively, if you have treated people well in love relationships, then again, this is something that you can expect to be, for the universe to show right back to you, right? So if you put energy of, true love, individuals might have considered it a bit ridiculous, or individuals might have tried to, or you might have felt previously that you were made the Eeyore of the group. This could have to do with an open, loving heart, or this could have to do with you allowing someone or a group of people too close, such as you would with like a best friend situation, you know? If you consider the person you're with in a romantic union to be your best friend whenever that's happening, that could have led to that romantic interest being allowed too close too soon. Relationships that are built on faulty foundations, like if you guys don't share any interests or hobbies, or if you guys don't even have like personality types that would fit together and stuff like that. If things were more forced, which collective, I doubt you were the one doing any forcing, but it seems that there were some ill intentions on the part of those surrounding you. So this can be friends, family, co-workers, people who would consider you a competitor, or people who you would consider competitors. So these can be, rivals in some sort of business market. This can be, rivals at work. This can be a school setting, a church setting, some other community setting. Or again, something very close-knit, like, a family unit, very close friends, the sort of found family type of friends, or the one-on-one love union where the other party is not as invested. So this can either be you were not as invested, or the other party was not as invested. Again, one is the runner and one is the chaser. And really things are only balanced when the person who's running continues to run and the person who's chasing is continued to chase. If the person who chases decides to stop being the chaser, then the balance breaks down. If the person who runs decides to stop running, then the balance breaks down. So whatever energy you enter into a relationship, even if it's like unconsciously or subconsciously, if that energy breaks down, that's when the cracks start to widen, right? So again, this can be like, the beginning of a relationship versus past the honeymoon phase, or past the honeymoon phase is a nice way to put something that happens to every relationship. Whenever you enter into a relationship with someone, you always put on your representative. People meet your representative first, and it's okay. It's an all right thing. Everybody does that. It's okay. Okay? It's not anything bad to, 2 months or 6 months or 9 months later, the person that you're with gets comfortable and begins acting like a normal human being that has, moods, and that has, maybe baggage, or that has, problems that arise. And it's just not all, sunshine and roses, and, nothing's ever wrong and no one ever gets upset. And, it's just not reality, right? So moving past that and actually, experiencing what it is to really be in a relationship with someone, that is not such a negative thing. What I'm feeling here is like ill intent from the beginning. So people entering into relationship under false pretenses. So this would be people targeting you, people surrounding you in order to feed off of you in an imbalanced way, like they want to steal from you. They want to steal your love from you. They want to commit crimes, and they want for the crimes to be, they want to just cover you in the crime because you're close to them. So this could be a criminal who searches for partners to be, the ultimate fall guy, basically, so that they can always have someone to push their crimes off on. This can be something that they plan ahead of time, like they target people. Or this can be something that's just a convenience factor for them, like when it all breaks down, they're not going to be accountable for everything. They're going to try and blame everybody around them, and everybody better be careful, because it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to get it from this person. You're going to get them trying to set you up. You're going to get them trying to steal from you. You're going to get them trying to, lie about whatever they can to push off some blame, even in the slightest. So that's the sort of energy that's coming off of this, okay, collective? You with your love potion number 9, you with your true and reciprocal love. You with the collapsing 9. Okay, collective. And then you have these energies external to you that are either ending up on the 5 o'clock news. I think we've had a lot of that going on lately. Again, you will witness their falls from grace, or if they weren't in graceful positions, you will witness their comeuppance sort of thing, right? Films their own criminality. If drama was a personality. Excuse me. Okay. Moving right along. Energies of King of Cups on the bottom. Messages for the collective. Can we get a clarifier for the Eeyore of the group, please? Can we get a clarifier for the Eeyore here? Not this one. King of Cups still. Okay. This one. Wishes for the fishes. So we're going to clarify Eeyore of the group with the Pavlov deck. The Wishes for the fishes. No, not that one. This one? Okay. Thank you. This is the 7 of Wands. So collective, this individual, they're feeling defensive right now. They're feeling attacked right now. Collective, this individual, probably someone from your past. Okay, they're feeling attacked right now. So again, this could be someone who either was wanting to make you the Eeyore of a group so that they could attack you, or so that they could make you sort of constantly have to be on the defense, affecting your so when you're constantly in fight or flight mode, when you're constantly having to I can't think of the term, but it's like it affects you physically, like your endocrine system or something. Like they really wanted to make you sick. I'm getting this. They wanted to make you sick. I don't really know why I'm getting that. It's like they wanted to put you in positions where you just really couldn't ever put your guard down. You always had to have your guard up. Or collective, this is how they could be feeling now. They could be feeling attacked. Like they always have to have their guard up. Like they always have to defend their position. Or they could feel like now they're being attacked and they have to defend things previously they just really didn't think they were going to have to defend. They might have even crowned. What is happening with my mouth? That's not even a word. They might have even found their own criminality. I combined film and criminality. Okay. All right. Can we get a clarifier for the ridiculousness, please? Clarifier for the ridiculousness, please. If drama was a personality, so collective, this would be an identifier for either you or this criminal. This could speak to a criminal enterprise too, like a whole group. The Queen of Wands. All right, collective. So you could either be sitting in Queen of Wands energies, and there are those external to you who wanted to make this, the 10 of Swords on the bottom. There are those external to you who wanted to make this, the fact that you are in Queen of Wands energy, they wanted to make this some sort of bad thing. They wanted to criminalize your natural, I'm getting, collective, I'm getting that you're just a very attractive, alluring, a very confident. You could be considered sexy, and you could also be considered spiritual or mysterious. So I'm getting that they tried to criminalize things that were naturally good and loving about you. Like, let's take your your sex appeal, okay? Let's say you are very attractive. Let's say you elicit lust and jealousy and those sort of feelings from people, right? They could have tried to demonize you for this quality. So they could have tried to say, if you look good, that you're loose or something like that. Or they could have tried to project onto you. Like, I'm getting the feeling that energies external to you are jealous of the way that you look or the way that you carry yourself, or are jealous of your natural spiritual gifts, or all of the above, okay? And this jealousy has made them want to project onto you what they themselves would do if they had the things that they are jealous of you having. So these energies external, they themselves, if they looked like you did, they might sleep around. Or if they looked like you did, they might use their looks to get what they want. Or if they looked like you did, they might accept money in return to sleep. Stuff like that. Like, I'm getting energies of, well, she looks good or he looks good, so she or he must do this for a living or do that for a living. I'm getting people calling you like a prostitute. Okay, I don't know if I can really say all these words too often, so I'm mostly try to say the word so you still understand what I'm saying, or I'll try to spell it out or something like that. But there's just a lot of these words I know YouTube will flag the video, and I don't want any issues with that. So yeah, I'm getting these energies that are just them projecting their nastiness onto you. Like, they themselves, perhaps when they were younger and they felt themselves more attractive, they actually comported themselves in the manner in which they're trying to project onto you. So they might have been loose, and so they're projecting an idea of looseness onto you. So this could be someone older than you, or collective. This could be someone, again, who thinks that if they just project onto you what they would do if they had your gifts, or if they looked like you, or if they were in your situation or something like that. They think they're just going to project that onto you. So collective, yeah, I'm just getting this very nasty energy that they wanted to take you out with these actions, with these intentions. They wanted to take you out. Like, they either wanted to cause endings for you so that you would not show up in this light anymore, right? Or they wanted to traumatize you in a way that you would not show up in this light anymore. Or again, this is them thinking to themselves, if I looked like collective, or if I had as much money as collective, or if I was as smart as collective, or if I had as many spiritual gifts as collective, this is what I would be doing. This is how I would be acting. Or perhaps this is what I did in my younger years. So, I'm just getting this really nasty projection, or this really nasty sort of film, someone trying to smear over the camera lens, like Vaseline over a camera lens. They're just trying to judge reality so that nothing's really very clear. And so whatever foul words they want to spew from their disgusting hole, somebody around them might believe it, so they can maybe feel a little bit better about themselves before they show up on the fucking 5 o'clock news or something. I don't know. It's desperate energy, whatever this is. It's really desperate energy. Okay, the other thing is collective. This could be the Queen of Wands, who is a figure external to you, or an energy external to you, who would be someone who could be described as, if drama was a personality, films their own criminality. So this could be someone who who is a fire sign, or someone who who perhaps is like a dark spiritual practitioner. And they've either, filmed their own criminality because it's like a kick of theirs, like a voyeuristic thing, like a trophy thing. Like when a serial KILLER will take a trophy so that they have something to remember, or they'll film it so that they can relive the crime over and over again. I'm getting those sort of energies. They might film. I said chrome again. What is happening? They might film their own criminality in that manner. Okay, if it's not this sort of thing that's happening now, where everybody's filming themselves and everybody all the time. There's cameras everywhere all the time. It's like I was talking to my husband the other day about the heist at the Louvre that just happened, and I was like, I don't even understand how people think they're gonna get away with crimes anymore. Like, smash and grab sort of crimes like that, where they broke into the Louvre and they stole things out of the Louvre. I was like, what did they think they were doing? Like, there's cameras everywhere. Like, the closed circuit camera system in Europe has been in place, and CCTV, like their technology that they can scan like retinas, like from the street views and stuff. Like, you can get away with shit. I don't know what people are thinking anymore. But yeah, apparently people, they just don't think, or they haven't suffered consequences before, so they think, they have the false sense of security, confirmation bias, right? So they falsely consider themselves, invincible, or this, they consider themselves secure. They wrap themselves in their criminality. Perhaps they operate within a criminal element, like a group. a group of criminals. So they, again, they feel that, shared guilt, right? I'm not doing it by myself, so maybe I won't even get in trouble at all. I can blame it on people around me. Or everybody takes a part, and so things are filmed for the group, meaning like they'll bring you in and then they'll have you do something questionable, ethically or morally questionable, and they'll film it. Like maybe they want you to confess all your sins. I believe there are groups that do that, and they film it so that they can either, bring it up, as in like, I can't think of the word, guys. Whatever that is, though, when somebody has something on you, blackmail for later. Okay, blackmail. These can be emotional blackmail as well. Lots of different types of crime or unethical or immoral things, right? So anyway, this could be energies external to you, collective Queen of Wands. This could be somebody if you don't identify with Queen of Wands energies during this reading, if it's not you, then it could be someone external. But the fact that it's upright, I'm taking this is either something that comes naturally to you. You could be fire sign collective. You could be, very passionate. You could be very confident. You could be very driven. You could be an entrepreneur. You could have your own business. You could be very attractive. You could be very alluring. You could be very mysterious. And again, all of these things will have elicited fear, jealousy. It will have made you a target for, predators, and there's just a myriad of things that could be, right? But the majority of what I'm feeling are energies external to you who want to project either how they were when they were your age or how they would comport themselves if they had the gifts that you have, your looks, your wealth, your personality, your gifts, whatever it is, okay? So again, they might call you a prostitute, and it's not because you are a prostitute, because I really don't feel that you are, okay? I feel that this individual either did that early on, and so, that's not something that they've healed from, that self-harm that they did to themselves, or the trauma that they didn't heal from that led them to feel that, that was, all that they could do to make money or something. Or they think to themselves, oh, if I looked like collective, I would sell my body, because they feel really poorly about the way they look or how much money they have the ability to make. Again, this is someone who's extremely jealous of you, and they want to villainize you. They want to make you the villain. Or again, they want to project these hateful and awful things onto you. And for some reason, they think it's believable. I don't know why they think it's believable, but I guess, a lot of people, collective, if you're attractive, a lot of people will look at someone who's attractive and think that they will do immoral things to make money just because the person looking at them, if they were attractive, that's what they would do. And I'm not saying that those other people aren't attractive. I'm just saying that this is a projection of their own insecurities or a projection of their own filth that they would, take on or do if they had the ability. Like, I get this feeling really strongly that this individual is jealous of you. Whoever this individual is jealous of you. They're jealous of the way you look. They're jealous of how much money you have. They're jealous of how much people love you. They're jealous of your gifts, your talents. There's like literally nothing they're not jealous of. So then they try to demonize all of those aspects about you, you know? They could take the fact that you are well off financially. They could say, you know, oh, well, they have done criminal things to get that money. When in reality, you just worked really hard, or, you know, maybe you were born into it or something. I don't know. But again, they're projecting. Like, you know, it's not reality, it's a projection, okay? Stuff like that. But yeah, they just want to demonize all the good things about you so that you constantly have to be on the defensive, so that it messes with your psyche, it messes with your emotional body, it messes with your physical body even. The Knight of Pentacles. This could have been a plan that was done a long time ago, like a plan that was put into the works or put into motion, or however you say it, a long time ago. So this is something that has been a long time coming. Either these people getting their comeuppance, seeing them on the 5 o'clock news, that sort of thing. This has been a long time coming. So this is something you could have been dealing with for years, collective. You could have been dealing with this this hateful projection. I'm getting like hate crime. These people have committed hate crimes. These are hate crimes. The Knight of Pentacles, High Priestess on the bottom. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow and methodical progress. Here in the material collected, this Knight of Pentacles is making his way toward the figure of the Queen of Wands. So collective, these two could be in cahoots if they are energies external to you. Collective, this could be representative of an energy making its way toward you, slow and methodical. This could be your money making its way toward you, slow and methodical. There could have been a slowing of your finances here in the material, purposefully. Again, energies external wanting to affect your stability, perhaps, because they're hateful and they targeted you because they are criminals or they're predators. Same thing. A predator is a very specific type of criminal now, isn't it? Okay. Thank you. Messages about this. Messages about this. The Princess deck. Okay. The Eight of Swords and the Princess deck. So it looks like they put a plan into action a long time ago to make you the hero of the group, to make you be on the defensive. So collective, it looks like they wanted to trigger your fight or flight defense mechanism repeatedly. This could have been done for a number of years. And this could have been ultimately a plan to, you know, take you out entirely, again, affect you in a way that you would not be able to come back from. So this could be, you know, something like a smear campaign on the light end, like they wanted to affect your reputation so that you couldn't enter into love contracts with people because they would have lied to everybody around you, or, you know, lied to anybody who showed you any romantic interest. But honestly, if people are going to believe lies over reality in front of them, like, all they have to do is spend a day with you. All they have to do is, you know, scratch past the surface of these other individuals. Like, I don't see how an entire group committing hate crimes are believable anyway, but I don't really know what's going on in this situation. So there's some weird energies here. But yeah, it looks like ultimately they wanted to take you out completely, right? But before that, they plotted and planned on how to put you into a mental prison. So they could have tried to poison you. I don't know if I could say that. Poison you, collective. This could have been something they tried to slip in your drink. I'm getting someone tried to slip you something in your drink, or maybe someone did put something in your drink. And they might have tried to elicit a psychological break by putting something in your drink. So these could be like hallucinogens or something like that, you know? The kind of stuff that makes people run around and act cray-cray, for lack of a better word. Okay? So collective, this is something that could have happened to you, or this was something that was a plan. Okay? It looked like that failed. So they either could not POISON you, or it did not work. It wasn't as effective as they thought it was going to be, or it didn't have the effect they thought it was going to have. This also is about imprisonment. So collective, they could have wanted to seen you thrown into jail or face legal repercussions due to their projections and their lies and their hate crimes. So they could have been lying about you being the prostitute, so that they could try to set you up, like lure you somewhere and set up some sort of sting operation or something, but you're not actually a prostitute, so it didn't work, or nothing happened, or maybe you were lured somewhere and you were physically attacked, and they might have filmed this. And then they might have actually thought that they were going to somehow get you imprisoned with this film that they took of your attack. But what happened was they actually just filmed their own criminality, and they self-incriminated themselves. Like the loser criminals that they are. Okay, so perhaps they tried to smear your reputation. Perhaps they tried to make you the Eeyore of the group, the fall guy, the emotional punching bag, or the one who would go down for crimes that the group or members within the group committed. That didn't work. They tried to smear your reputation, tried to smear your name. That didn't work. They tried to cause a psychological break. They tried to POISON you. That didn't work. They tried to attack you physically, or they did attack you physically. They tried to present evidence of your prostitution, okay? And that didn't work in the way that they thought. It actually proved that they themselves were orchestrating events, hate crimes, okay? Also filming it. So providing evidence of their own crimes to whom it may concern. These can be police, these can be court people, lawyers, I don't know, okay? But they're filming their own criminality. They're trying to present their own crimes as evidence against you, collective, because this is how stupid they are. They're so stupid. Okay? So they tried to get you put in prison. That didn't work. They could have tried to trap you in some other way, collective. They could have had a plan for, like, you know, an adult napping. They could have tried to, you know, orchestrate something here in the material. They could have planned this slow and methodically, so they really put some work into this. And collective, if you did suffer some sort of, you know, entrapment or assault or some other sort of thing here, my heart goes out to you, and I hope you heal from it very soon, okay? And every day you'll heal from it more and more, right? But it looks like, you know, these things just ultimately didn't work out. So maybe they thought, you know, well, the only thing I have left is to just take the collective out. We'll just try to take the collective out. So I'm getting this, you know, upping the ante every time. Like, you know, oh, well, they tried to ruin your reputation, and that didn't work because people still like you. You still were able to make money. You still look good, and you still sound good, you know, so that didn't work. And then they tried to, you know, maybe physically attack you and then film it, trying to frame you as some sort of prostitute, right? That didn't work. They were just filming their own criminality, and they self-incriminated themselves. That didn't work, right? So they got even more desperate, and through their desperation, they were like, okay, well, we're just going to take the collective out altogether. So we're going to deliver 10 stab wounds in the back, which were meant, of course, to take you out entirely. Something that you would never recover from. But collective, you have recovered. You are recovered. I'm getting none of this worked. None of it. None of it. And you'll see them on the 5 o'clock news for it, too. The 8 of Swords on the bottom of this deck. Okay. Gonna read someone for filth with the Pink Princess deck. Messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know about this hate group? What does the collective need to know? The Knight of Cups. So, collective, the hate group could be planning and plotting on sending someone to come in and try and offer you some type of love, you know, some romantic interest again, so that they can, I don't know, it's a ploy, it's a ploy. You know, honestly, collective, I do not automatically see the worst in people or situations. I don't just automatically go to, it's a trick, it's a trap, it's a ploy, don't believe them. Okay? Generally, I will have, you know, like an open mind to people that they, you know, they just are not all evil, or they are not all bad, or they do not all have negative intent for you. Collective, everybody's not out to get you. You know, it's not like that. But collective, when you have experienced every single person surrounding you trying to target you, acting like predators, or actually targeting you and attacking you, when you have experienced that, it's really hard not to attribute all future relationships to past experiences. This is emotional trauma. This is stuff you have to heal from, collective. So while I'm sitting here telling you what the cards are telling me, this is serving as not only confirmation for what, you know, you already know to be true, things you've gone through, you know, things that if you hear confirmation of externally, you know, through messages or, you know, stuff like that, you have the benefit of knowing, you know, you're not crazy. You did go through this. Other people are picking up the same messages. Other people have had similar experiences to you. You're not the only one. You're not crazy, and you're not the only one. And there are people out there who will and do believe you, that horrific and terrible things have happened to you. So these stories are to confirm, you know, past events and things like that, of course. But it's also serving as a warning, because these people aren't done. These groups aren't done. The energies that are flailing because they're in their death throes, they aren't done. They're not done flailing. So Holy Spirit is here warning us on, you know, energies that just never learn their lesson. They try and they try and they try to tear you down. They try to make you tear yourself down. They try to project their own awful nastiness onto you. They try to set you up and make you the fall guy for crimes. They try to lie, cheat, and steal their way through life and cover themselves in lies and then point the finger at you, you know, and they're not done. So until they're done, Holy Spirit is going to warn us in whatever ways that we're able to be warned. You know, our intuition is the first warning sign that we get. And, you know, these messages coming through, these are warnings from Holy Spirit. The person coming toward you with a love offer, Joker on the bottom, person coming toward you with a love offer, it doesn't feel right. The energy doesn't feel right. So if it doesn't feel right, pay attention to that. You don't need to entertain anybody for any reason at all. If you feel something's not right, you know, you're not going to miss out on opportunities with people because you're following your instincts to protect yourself and guide yourself through bad situations. Because collective, while you might have gone through terrible situations and you made it out of those situations, you healed or you're healing from those situations aren't done coming back around. So don't fall into a false sense of security. You know, also don't close yourself off to, love, friendship, laughter, and light in the future. It's just right now is a very iffy time. So again, you're not going to miss out on opportunities for having protected yourself, okay? If someone is coming toward you with a cup of love, if someone is coming toward you with an offer, if someone is coming toward you with romantic interest in mind, or someone, if it doesn't feel right, you don't owe anybody anything. If the other party doesn't respect the fact that you feel that it's not right, then that other party is not presenting themselves in any sort of manner that you should pay attention to. Like that should be a red flag for you. If someone is pushy about their advances, then that should be a red flag. If someone comes to you with some sort of love offer and you say, yeah, I feel like this is weird and I'm not interested in that. If they get pushy, it's not a love offer. It's something else, right? If they, continue with their advances and they won't let up and they won't leave you alone, they won't take no for an answer, that's not a love offer. It's not good. Okay, these are red flag things. These are things you don't owe anybody. You don't owe anybody your time. You don't owe anybody your attention. You don't owe anybody a date or to speak to them. You don't owe anybody anything, right? So again, you're not going to miss out on opportunities because the opportunities will present themselves to you when you are, ready and open to receive the opportunities. And anything in between is not for you, So it's okay to let it go. It's okay to ignore people, places, and things. It's okay to turn your back and ignore people, places, and things. It's okay to not respond to people at all. It's okay to block people off. It's okay to move away. It's okay to change your information. It's okay. It's okay to do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that makes you feel, happy and safe and protected. It's okay to do those things because you're not hurting anybody else. And anybody who pretends that you're somehow hurting them by doing things for yourself or making decisions for yourself, again, big red flags, okay? Don't make excuses for people. All right. Rant over, moving right along. What does the collective need to know about this hate group? What does the collective know about these negative intentions? What does the collective need to know? Okay, thank you. Okay. This is the King of Pentacles. So collective, you could be sitting in King of Pentacles energy. You could be masculine earth sign, collective. You could have red hair, collective. You could, these could be energies external to you. So there could be a Queen of Wands and a King of Pentacles who are in cahoots. Or this can be a King of Pentacles who is putting the Queen of Wands on the defense. So the Queen of Wands might be having to defend herself from the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles could be like, in a more negative aspect, like a money hungry person, someone who is willing to do immoral or illicit or illegal things for money. The King of Pentacles in the tarot is represented by the King in the earthly realm, which is the Capricorn energies of the devil, with worldly goods. So collective, you could sort of have a bent for worldly goods, meaning you could like to dress nicely, you could like to have nice cars, you could like to have a nice home, you could like to have all of these things nice, you could like to appear kind of flashy. I'm getting kind of like a flashy energy off of this collective. If these energies are external to you, I'm getting sort of like this this King of Pentacles could be the person that the Queen of Wands calls when she would have gotten picked up previously for the prostitution of her own volition. So this Queen of Wands energy external to you might have gotten picked up on solicitation charges in the past, and this King of Pentacles might have been the person that the Queen of Wands individual called to bail them out. So that would be their PIMP, I'm getting, or that would be their sponsor. Okay, so I'm getting the King of Pentacles might be like financier for the group. This might be some money-making activities the King of Pentacles gets into. King of Pentacles might have a bevy of women who are prostitutes, so he would be a PIMP. He might consider himself something else, you know, a ladies' man, or he might consider himself a manager. He might call himself a manager instead of a PIMP, you know. Flashy suit, nice car, always surrounded by women who dress a certain way, look a certain way. I'm getting like Hugh Hefner energy. So perhaps solicitation of a different kind. This could be having to do with the film industry, the adult film industry, collective. Again, so these would be groups of people who actually do things that are unethical or immoral. And again, I'm not downing on someone who is a SEX worker, or downing on someone who has survived human moving around. I'm not downing on someone who is in the adult entertainment industry. I'm not downing on any of that, okay? I'm saying these individuals, these energies, they want to take their own misdeeds and they want to project it onto you. So these are not energies, these are not people who are, you know, owning up to their own vices or owning up to who they are. They're not living in their own truth. If they are the prostitutes and they are the PIMPs, or they are the adult entertainers and they are the managers of said adult entertainers, they're not living in their truth in what they're really doing. What they're doing is pretending like they're something else. They're pretending like they're not those things. They're pretending like they got that money, or they got that notoriety, or they got that fame by some other manner. And then they're trying to project that onto you. So that's what this situation is. And that's why I'm coming down on them so hard for it. Because they're not going to sit here in their own filth and then point fingers at you as if you're the filthy one. No, I'm sorry, Pigpen, you're the fucking filthy one. Okay? So King of Pentacles is giving PIMP energy. King of Pentacles giving sponsor energy. Okay. Sponsor. Collective, there might be a King of Pentacles out here who operates under the guise of sponsorship. So like they could reach out, or they could have a team that reaches out to unassuming, young, attractive males and females, and they reach out under the guise of sponsoring them, you know, sponsorship deals, stuff like that. And then what it really is the trafficking. That's what it really is. It's the illicit, immoral thing. So it's like, you know, they're fishing, they're scamming, they're scheming, they're not living in their truth. They're projecting, they're hiding, they're committing crimes. Because again, none of the stuff that they are like projecting onto you is like the worst thing in the world. There are states where the prostitution is legal. Like I think it's legal in Nevada. Like I know it's legal in like Las Vegas. It's legal. The prostitutes there have like 401ks and stuff. Like it's a legal profession for them. And the adult entertainment industry, people in PORN industries, or exotic dancers. There are a shit ton of people who do that, and it's not illegal. Like it's so yeah, it's these individuals doing these things or being this way or committing crimes and then projecting that onto you, collective. Because again, they're jealous that perhaps you didn't have to do that to make money, or you might look good but you still won't sully yourself, you won't debase yourself for monetary gain or something like that. And so it makes them jealous, it makes them angry, it makes them want to project onto you, tell lies, see you beat down, see you taken out completely, because they just can't even live with the fact that there's someone out there who wouldn't do what they would do if they were in your shoes, collective. And that's a sad state to be in. Okay, collective, the King of Pentacles here. This could be Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You would know them by their possible red hair, collective. You would also know them by their flashy ways. Flashy ways. I'm getting flashy ways. Like they would drive a flashy car, or they would wear nice, expensive suits that are flashy. Or they might do other things that are flashy, you know, like take expensive trips, or like post about expensive trips and stuff, you know, like trips to the Maldives. I'm getting trips to the Maldives. I don't know. Okay, take it as it resonates. This is gonna help you identify these individuals in your life, collective. Okay, so take it as it resonates. Don't make it fit if it doesn't. If this isn't you and you don't know these people, it's just entertainment anyway, you know. Just telling stories over here. Two of Cups on its side. So collective, there could be an imbalance. This King of Pentacles and Queen of Wands could have entered into some sort of union under false pretenses. Or this could be an imbalanced union, like the PIMP to prostitute dynamic. Okay, that's an imbalance. Okay. So that's what this Two of Cups on its side is giving me. Judgment on the bottom. These individuals could be under judgment at this time for their behavior, for their actions. Again, what they are accusing you of, it's not even illegal everywhere or illegal at all. The things they're accusing you of. But what they're doing is illegal. Slander, character, defamation is illegal. Filming someone without their consent is illegal. It is human moving around to show it to anyone. It might be human moving around to even have the film. Non-consensual filmed things. So the event could have been non-consensual. As I said, it could have been attacked. Or the event could have been consensual, but the filming was non-consensual. So there was some non-consent issue somewhere in here. Again, that is illegal. That part is illegal. Okay? So the Five of Swords on its side. So this is giving the wanting to win at all costs. This is giving the resorting to KILL. Lie and steal. So collective, the fact that it's on its side, it lets me know that these just really weren't well thought out. You know, even though they might have put a lot of time and effort into the thought process or the execution of the plan here to set you up or whatever this is, to KILL you or to POISON you or to attack you and film it. None of this stuff was well thought out. There's paper trails, there's film, they filmed their own criminality, and then it looks like they showed it to someone. Like, how dumb can you fucking be? Evidently pretty fucking dumb. Okay, but they wanted to win at all costs. I don't know what they thought they were winning by smearing your name, smearing your reputation. I don't know what they thought they were winning. Perhaps they just wanted to impress the King of Pentacles. Perhaps they just wanted to keep their sponsor. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Okay. The PIMPs have moved into the digital PIMPing era. We are in the digital PIMP era now. Okay. Everything that used to happen traditionally to young men and women, or, you know, women and men of all ages, I guess. Things that used to happen to them physically, and there were safeguards put in place around those physical events, now have become an even more dangerous thing because we're in the digital era, as I said. So what only used to be in the physical realm now is in the digital realm. So there's an added criminal element to it. But it just means there's more charges for them, for their Page of Swords, for their slander. I'm getting spy, provocation, and slander. So they spied on you. So this could be the invasion of privacy. They could have filmed you in your home, had cameras in your home, filmed you without your consent, that sort of thing. Illegal to begin with. They could have posted or shared that film. Another crime. That's trafficking. That's human moving around. Okay. SCX, human moving around, right? So crime upon crime upon crime. This is something that might just now being looked into after years somebody's just now looking into this. So I don't know why it's taken years for anyone to look into this. Maybe that speaks to the level of corruption. Maybe that speaks to the size of the group or the influence that the King of Pentacles has, perhaps. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. But the Page of Swords is about spying, slander. So again, this could have started with slander. They could have slandered your reputation. They could have slandered your name. Okay. Five of Swords inverted. So they tried to kill you and it did not work. They tried lying and stealing. It didn't work. So their end plan, their end game was, we'll just take collective out. We'll just complete this lifestyle of atrocities. We'll just bring it to a completion by taking collective out. That's what they thought. But lo and behold, you're not so easily taken out. Lo and behold, you're not so easily manipulated. Lo and behold, it's not so easy to kill you. So I guess they didn't take into account your spiritual protection, even though they were jealous of your gifts. I guess they didn't take into account the fact that, others would find you attractive and alluring, but not be a complete and total garbage fucking people about it. Like, you can find someone attractive and not have ill intent behind that. Like, But for some reason, these individuals, it's like all they do is ill intent. Everything is ill intent. There's nothing that's not ill intent. It's awful. The energies that are coming out of these readings lately are just awful. Collective, you have just dealt with awful people. My heart goes out to you for the level of treachery that you have had to deal with. The level of corruption you've had to deal with. People wanting to win at all costs. People wanting to kill you. I mean, over what? Because you look good? Because you smell good? Because you got some money? Because you said no to some rich guy? What the fuck is going on in this world that means, you're going to be attacked from all angles now? What the fuck? Okay. So let's get some closing messages. King of Cups on the bottom. Collective, you could be sitting in these King of Cups energies. Or this could be King of Cups external. This could be this person now being... they're like coercing someone. They're trying to force someone to head your way. They're trying to find anybody who, can help take out collective. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they're just... I'm getting that setup energy here, trying to switch things around. Again, projecting what they do onto you. So this individual could be a prostitute, and so they project that onto you. Or they could have previously been involved in, the sex industry, and so they projected that onto you. Okay? The whole switching around thing. Taking what they do and projecting it onto you. Or taking what they would do. Again, if they had your looks, if they had your gifts, if they had your money, they're like, this is what I would do, so they project that onto you. Okay, that's what this Two of Pentacles is giving me. All right, so watch out for Queen of Wands, collective. Watch out for Queen of Wands trying to come in and, be seductive towards you, or Watch out for a Queen of Wands trying to come in and, you know, put you under some sort of spiritual psychosis or something. Watch out for the King of Pentacles trying to, you know, undermine things being done in the material to entrap you, right? So the financier energy is giving this individual pays people to do things that they themselves cannot or do not want to do. So they want to keep their fingers clean. They want to keep their hands clean of what they consider lowly crimes. So this individual considers themselves above the lowly crimes. So they might consider themselves like a white collar criminal. Maybe their crimes lay more in the financial world in their opinion, but in reality their crimes bleed over into sex trafficking and human moving around, and so they finance things, okay? And so that's the energy that's coming off of this. So, you know, beware. Energies wanting to come in, fiery energies with the Queen of Wands, wanting to, you know, use seduction or magnetism, or as I said, spirituality, so they could try to induce spiritual psychosis in you. With the Eight of Swords over here and the Knight of Pentacles, long-term plan with the POISON, right? Also, like I said, the King of Pentacles, earth sign, someone who values worldly goods, right? Someone who has amassed a lot of money, but it doesn't feel like the money is either from good things, like they've made their money in seedy and dirty money. It's seedy and dirty money. So they might launder their money. Yeah, there's just a lot of energy going on here. Money laundering. Human moving around. sex crimes. Trafficking. Oh, wow, that came out forceful. The sun came out forcefully. So I'm getting the look on the face of the sun. He's like, I'm not fucking around. Me and my victory, baby. We're not fucking around here. So these are the divine masculine energies. These are the protector energies. These are the energies of the sun being shown on things that previously were done in the dark. So this is exposure. These energies are being exposed for their crimes. Their crimes are being exposed. Their behaviors are being exposed. The reality of things that they tried to orchestrate or switch around here in their environment. The money laundering, all that stuff is being exposed, or it is exposed. They themselves might be feeling stabbed in the back by those that they chose to surround themselves with. Again, surrounding themselves with individuals who they considered less than, so that, you know, they were built-in fall guys, or so that, you know, they surrounded themselves with people who they considered less mentally capable than themselves, so they could feel better about themselves. It's a nasty energy. It's nasty. The sun, this is the divine masculine showing up. This is divinity. Strength in masculine form. This is disinfecting of rot. This is your inner child on the innocent white steed. So this is a representation of your victorious inner child with the daisy chain, the sunflowers, and the cardinal feather and colors. So there's a lot there. Okay. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright. Okay, strength. Collective. You could have had to have been strong through these external energies, trying to kill you, trying to manipulate situations. You could have had to remain strong through energies stealing from you, lying about you, lying to you, delivering stab wounds in the back while you're turned around. Okay. We have the figure 8 above the head of the figure of strength. This is the feminine strength. So the strength that comes from within. This is a gentle strength. This is the female trait of strength. Showing compassion for everyone involved, even at her own expense. And in doing so, the lion has submitted to her internal strength and power. So she's able to open the lion's mouth. She's able to tame the beast. But the beast has not been put and made into a beast of burden or anything. The beast has been made into a pet. So that pet can be put back into beast mode whenever it's necessary. Beast mode. You know, maybe somebody, collective, maybe some members of the collective out there that use terminology like that. That's kind of a newer terminology. So we have the figure 8 with that infinite wisdom that the figure of strength has to have in order to tame the beast, right? We also have the figure 8 with the 2 of Pentacles. So I'm getting a lot of what goes around comes around energy, collective. So all the illicit deeds done in the dark coming to light. The 8 of Wands. There could be messages coming in quickly about this. Okay. I could speak to travel over land or air travel. Messages online even. Page of Pentacles. This could be right along with that Page of Swords. Energy of just starting to look into something. So this could be just like the beginning of an investigation. This could be the very first piece of evidence that comes up in the investigation on the King of Pentacles having money laundered. Okay, this is things done in the dark being shown when the light shines on it, right? This is the disinfecting of rot. Okay, and again, this is you with the figure of strength having to be strong through all of these events, right? The Page of Pentacles, this could speak to a job offer, collective. The offer of a job could have been a ploy or a plan as a part of a plot to involve you in illegal financial situations, right? To make you a part of the money laundering or to get you caught up in some fake job that you would work for and never get paid, or some fake offer that would just result in you being stolen from or otherwise negatively impacted. Okay. So the Page of Pentacles can represent a child here in the material as well, or youthful energy, someone 25 and under. Okay, so the 2 of Wands, this is about that planning, this is about that plotting. So this might have been a plan devised to give you some sort of job offer that was going to lead to money laundering, or you would be made the fall guy for the money laundering. This was the King of Pentacles idea, or maybe this was the Queen of Wands idea, and the King of Pentacles went along with it, or maybe this is the King of Pentacles idea and the Queen of Wands went along with it. I don't know. They're in cahoots, though. It's cahoots, you guys. It's cahoot. It's cahoot happening. High Priestess. So collective is you sitting in High Priestess energies. Okay, again with the balance, knowledge. You have the Torah in your hand. Sunflowers again. We have the pomegranates. I got the pomegranates here. Carmeline and pomegranates. And fish. So pomegranates, that's about the sacred feminine. Okay, collective. So this speaks to your Bene Jesuit self. I know that's not really what the BJ stands for, but it's close enough. Okay. So this is about deep, old knowledge. This is old knowledge. This is knowledge of the old ways. This is Book of Words, Land of Trees energy, Land of Milk and Honey, Prophecy. So collective, you could have prophesized events. You could be a prophet, you could be prophetess, you could be oracle. I'm getting Pythia energy off of this. So you could be quite exquisite, collective. You could be very, very, like, everything. You could look really good. You could smell really good. You could be very talented. You could have a lot of money. You could be very spiritually gifted. You could be all of those things, have all of those things. And so this would elicit a lot of that fear, jealousy, hatred, projection, you name it, it's going to elicit it. People lose their minds around this energy. People lose their minds because they can't compete or they don't understand. So they're fearful of things they don't understand. They can't compete. They're jealous of things they can't compete with. Yeah. So collective, again, these are not new energies. These are energies you've been, sitting in for a while. You could have been born right into these energies. So you could have been like a born prophet. You could have been saying things that shocked and scared people since you could open your mouth and say things, right? Yeah. Those who are easily scared by knowledge will find themselves fearful around, knowledgeable people. Yeah. Collective, I'm going to leave it here. This is a beautiful message, even though it looks like collective, you individually or collective as a group, we have suffered tragedies, Life is a series of comedies. Life is a series of tragedies. And we're here for it. But everything's working out great. Everything's really working out great for you. Like, even though all this extra stuff, you got the Ace of Wands too, you got the gifts. So these are your energies. These are the 3 energies we're closing with. This is you, strong, victorious. This is you taming the beast within. This is you having compassion for everybody involved, even at your own expense, especially if there are, youthful or otherwise vulnerable energies involved, right? This is you, your inner child. You're victorious. Inner child, naked as the day you were born, coming into the world under the auspices of the sun, cardinal energies. And this is also you Bene Jesuit, you beautiful priest, you beautiful priestess, high priest, high priestess. These are beautiful energies. So until next time, bye.